someone brought up the notion of a new kind of market. And I think this kind of market is pretty interesting and is probably what's going to happen. So we've got the bull market, we've got the bear market, but apparently there might now be a kangaroo market. And if we look at what was happening before, in mid-April to mid-May, we saw this kangaroo market take place. The market was generally going flat. We had a couple weeks of just flat. There was a lot of chop in there. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs. There's a lot of volatility. But the overall trend is sideways. I think we might be due for another one of these kangaroo markets where the market kind of just goes sideways and we let the whole market just churn around in this range as we wait for the economic fundamentals and the economy to catch up to the market. I said yesterday, the market's rallied, the economy hasn't. That's pretty straightforward. But we got to let the economy rally and catch up, and that's going to really give the market its need to continue going up, because I'm a firm believer that we are on a long-term bull run, and I think that was affirmed today. Towards the close, yes, we started up, and we sold off from that point. But in the last hour, we really saw market strength come and advancing volume. So people buying stocks when the stocks were going up versus declining volume, which is people buying or selling stocks when the stocks are going down, was disproportionately in favor of the advancing volume. So it looks like all of the down of the correction, essentially, maybe not all, maybe Monday will be down. Monday is an absolutely crucial day. But a lot of the correction happened in a single day, which is shocking. It was jawing. It was all of that in a single day. It was painful. Felt like we got hit by a ton of bricks. But it is what it is. And today it looks like we're starting to, recoup some of that and get back to recovery. But at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to do anything dramatic this way, and I don't think we're going to do anything dramatic that way. Yes, we're going to have a lot of this chop in between, but it's going to be more of I don't know if you remember from weeks ago when I was talking about this, a plus minus 5% range. That is apparently now called a kangaroo market, when we are flat, but there's a lot of chop in that market. I would like to see that. I'm not fazed by yesterday was a little phasing. I kept it together. But I'm not fazed by some chop. I kind of like some chop. It allows me to add to positions when they come down, all that. So I would not be afraid to see that, and I would actually welcome that kind of market, and hopefully it'll come to fruition. I think that would be a good market. It would allow us some time to chill, to not do anything crazy, and to let the economy catch up to the market, which needs to happen and is happening. It's happening better than we expected. That said, the market reacted and rose faster than expected, but it looks like the economy is as well. And if that trend continues, the stock market rally has been justified. We're going to get back to the pre-COVID world again, and the United States of America is going to grow, the market's going to grow, the economy is going to grow, and there's going to be a lot of new money. There's a lot of money on the sidelines that wants to get in, that's not getting in. And I think that's going to give us a floor in the market and is going to ensure that we have a long-term driving force of momentum. And there's an unfortunate side effect of that valuations might be inflated. So we'll see what happens there. But it looks like we're on a long-term bull run in the midst of what could be called a kangaroo market. And today was pretty decent. It wasn't a fantastic day. Obviously we sold off most of the day. At least we were declining. But the advancing volume was way greater than the declining volume, believe it or not. And we recovered very solidly in an interesting trend in the last hour. So I'm not certain. I need to wait for Monday to say that there's no chance of a sell-off, but I said yesterday I didn't think there was any chance of a further sell-off. I thought that was a little dramatic and was a needed correction. I had no problem with yesterday, but I don't think that panic is warranted and that panic shouldn't continue. And we got to, focus on having small waves mentally and not getting caught in that. I understand how easy it is to get caught in a 6% decline in a single day. But we have to look at the bigger picture and realize that the economy is recovering well. There is not going to be a second closing of the economy. And savings rates have been at all-time highs. Unemployment's doing very well for a lot of people. Like, things are good at the end of the day. They're not good in the sense that better than they were pre-COVID, but for what this pandemic could have brought us, we're ending up at the positive end of the spectrum. So that's what the market's pricing in, is the positive end of the spectrum. We have to acknowledge that we are at that positive end of the spectrum, and we just have to have confidence in America and in the market. And we have to see a sharp sell-off as a buying opportunity. So have a good weekend, and until next time, peace.